mysterious view and quiet morning into nature. I have much reflect about us, people, who are seeking for God, and that we all know that one day we will leave all the things we cherish, like the people we love so much, all the positive life experience that we have with our families, friends. I do strongly hope you will not miss your house or all the little material things you have around you. If you do, I think you are not ready to meet God, because God is not into material world. Remember, Jesus was a beggar. To be a beggar is not negative. The word by itself has been given a negative connotation. We have a definition of a functioning human being that just does not fit the circumstance of seriousness, illness, or of dying. We have built up an ego pride in our activities that places us in the useful categories of mankind. The most important period of our life could be dull moment or painful, suffering moments that occurs in sickness and dying. The issue is not how insignificant a moment of how difficult a circumstance is. The issue is clearly how do we use whatever comes to us for change, deepening, and refocusing. How do we welcome life experience as a direct door to God? Ira Progoff, in all of his worldwide journaling workshop, suggests that each of us has a deep well that we are invited to go down. It is much like the waters Christ talked about to the Samaritan woman at the well. Drink of these waters, and your life will rise into eternal life. The image of a well translated both pleasant and unpleasant into a steps down into deeper waters. There are moments of invitation that brings us to our true uniqueness and integrity. This is the stuff that saints are made of, or rather, it is the essential glue that brings a Christian caregiver together in their person. Again, in contemplation in a world of action, Thomas Merton says, final integration implies the void, poverty, and non-action, which leaves one entirely docile to the Spirit, and hence a potential instrument for universal creativity. Thomas is not talking about no exit. We are talking about service in an area in which new life is the key factor both for the caregiver and the person in crisis. The process of disintegration and reintegration is one that involves a terrible interior solitude, a crisis, and a anguish which cannot be analyzed or intellectualized. It also requires a solidarity, fortitude for beyond the ordinary, an act of courage related to the root of all existence. Moment by moment, we go deeper into the mystery of life and uncreated light. Yet, we do not create uniqueness and separates. On the contrary, at this level of human experience, we realize that there are common waters at the deepest point where we share common image, symbols, and myths. It is a transcultural point in time that weeds out temptations to isolation. The simple minute opens doors to new dimension into the present and new insight into eternity. And most of all, it is a darkness illuminated by joy and by the presence of the Lord. All the more joyous persists because the night brings him nearer and unites us to him more intimately than any light. In concluding word from Thomas Merton, we hear how to penetrate silence. The contemplative has nothing to tell you except to reassure you and say that if you dare to penetrate your own silence and dare to advance without fear into the solitude of your own heart and risk the sharing of that solitude with the lonely other who seeks God through you and with you, then you will truly recover the light and the capacity to understand what is beyond words and beyond explanation, because it is too close to be explained. It is the intimate union in the depths of your own heart, of God's Spirit, and your own secret and most self, so that you and He are in all true one Spirit. Incredible, this reflection, eh? I wish you a great day.